Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. I'm Dawn Pauley from D Pauley Designs, and I'm so glad you could join me today. I'm excited to share a few fabulous products from Honeybee Stamps that I'll be working with today. First up is the Layering Vintage Label Die Set, a beautiful classic design that adds an elegant touch to any card or project. Next, I have the adorable Lovely Layers Western Wear Set. This one is so much fun. It includes detailed cowboy boots and a hat, plus all the little pieces you need to decorate and customize the boots. It's perfect for creating a country-inspired card or a scrapbook layout even. To tie it all together, I'm using the Saddle Up Sentiment stamp set. The phrases in this set are just the cutest, like boots, lace, and a whole lot of grace, and have a rootin' tootin' birthday. They pair perfectly with the Western Wears dies for a fun and cohesive look. And yes, there are coordinating dies available for the sentiments too, which makes die cutting them out a total breeze. Okay, let's get started. First, I want to show you this handy guide for decorating the boots and hat. You can print it out and it walks you through step by step which pieces to use and the order to layer them in. It's super helpful, especially if you're someone who likes to follow instructions exactly. But here's the fun part, you don't have to stick to the guide. You can totally customize the boots and hat to fit your style. That's what I love about layering die cuts. You only use the pieces you want to create your own look. Personally, I like to print the guide and keep it in my die set so it's always right there when I need it. Okay, now let's get started on creating the card. The first thing I did was take the largest die with a frame around it from the Layering Vintage Label set, and I die cut it from white cardstock. Next, I take the next largest die in the set and I cut that one from white cardstock too. Now, I don't do this part just yet, but later in the video, I go back and I die cut this same piece from craft cardstock. I just wanted to mention it now so you're aware while you're die cutting your white piece. Now I went ahead and I die cut all of my pieces, some from craft cardstock and some from red cardstock. I'm going to do a bit of ink blending on the die cuts to deepen the color and add some nice dimension. For the bottom layer of the boots, this is the part that peeks out at the top and heel. I started with craft cardstock and used Pink Fresh Studios dough ink, and I'm blending all around the edges of the entire boot. Now you really only need to ink blend the top and the sole since that's the only part that shows, but I'm a little OCD and I like everything to be consistent, even the parts that don't show. So I go ahead and just blend the whole thing, the whole entire boot. Next, I'm going to ink blend the top layer of the boot, and I die cut these pieces from red cardstock, and I'm using Pink Fresh Studios Berrylicious ink. It's a nice rich dark red that really complements the cardstock I chose. I'm going pretty heavy-handed with the ink here because it will dry much lighter than it looks when it's wet. For the smaller accent pieces, I'm actually applying multiple coats of the ink. I want those details to be much darker than the base layer and I want that color to really pop. Now, if you prefer a more subtle look, you could go lighter with your ink blending on the full boot and just add a bit of shading. It really depends on the style you're going for. It's all about the look that you want for the boots. Now it's time to start assembling the boots. First, I attached the top red layer of the boot onto the brown base layer, the one with the heel. This part is pretty self-explanatory, but don't forget you can always refer to your picture guide if you need a little help lining things up. Next, I'm adding the decorative top piece of the boot. It fits right here at the top and it adds such a fun detailed touch. And then I'm adding the tip of the boot and just look at how nice that looks already. All those little details are really starting to come together and give the boot so much character. Here I'm adding the piece that forms the bottom part of the buckle around the ankle of the boot. And next I'll add the small piece that holds the spur in place at the back of the boot. And finally, I'm attaching the top layer of the buckle to finish it off. The last piece to add is the spur that hangs off the back of the boot. Once that's in place, the whole boot design really comes together. Now, of course, I can't leave the boot like that. It needs a little bit of sparkle. I decided to add some gold accents to coordinate with the gold spur I already added to the boot. I'm using the Honeybee Stamps gingerbread pearls. These are self-adhesive, which makes them super easy to work with. Just make sure to press them down when you're done adding them. I like to use a craft knife, but you can use anything flat to help lift and place them. It just makes it easier to get them exactly where you want. I'm adding the small pearls across the top of the boot and then placing a few slightly larger ones on the buckle for that perfect touch of bling. Remember earlier in the video I mentioned that I die cut one of the layering vintage label frames from craft cardstock? Well, now it's time to use it, but I'm only using the cutout pieces from that craft layer. I'm going to die cut inlay these pieces back into the white frame I cut earlier, but first I'm quickly ink blending them with the Pink Fresh Studio Dough ink to coordinate with the brown tones in the boots. This gives the card a nice cohesive look and really ties all these elements together. Now let's start assembling the card. First, I adhere the white frame die cut onto a standard A2 sized white card base. Then I start inlaying the brown pieces into the corners of the frame. I find it easiest to apply the glue directly into the open inlay spaces on the card base and then press the die cut pieces into place on top of the glue. To make sure everything sticks well, I sometimes use a pointed tool like a craft pick or the tip of my tweezers to press the corners down firmly so they really catch the glue and don't lift up later. Next, I adhere some craft foam to the back of the smaller frame die cut to give it a bit of dimension, and then I center it and adhere it right in the middle of the larger white frame on the card front. This adds a nice bit of depth and visual interest, helping the focal point really stand out. I adhered the boots right in the center of the frame since they're the focal point of my card. For the sentiment, I heat embossed Have a Rootin' Tootin' Birthday using gold embossing powder on white cardstock and then cut it out with the coordinating die. I added a bit of foam tape to the back for dimension and placed it above the boots. And to finish off the card, I added a few more of those gold pearls, the same ones I used on the boots, as accents around the card. And that's going to wrap up this card. I love how it turned out, and you can use this die set for so many different types of cards. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel. I'd love to hear what you think of the card, so please leave a comment below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel as well as their other social media platforms so you never miss out on any of their inspiring content. And be sure to check out their website for the latest new releases and amazing crafting supplies. As always, thank you for spending part of your day with me. I hope you have a wonderful and creative day. Until next time.